I am so excited to be joined now by singer and actor Christina Milian. You know her from songs like AM to PM, Dip It Low, and the movie Love Don't Cost a Thing. And now she's joining The Oath on Sony Crackle. Hey, girl.
Hi. Yeah, that's a nice rundown. I'm feeling all that.
Yes. How are you?
I'm so good, thank you.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Well, we at AM to DM love your song AM to PM.
You know I love the title AM to PM because it's like my song AM to PM.
I know. I have friends who literally refuse, like, oh, when are you going to be AM to PM again? I'm like, it's AM to DM. But I love your influence and your impact. Would you have any fun memories about, like, making that song or from that time in your career?
Oh, yeah. Well, when I wrote that song, I wrote it with the two producers, but we literally, okay, so this is what was happening. So it was in Sweden. We were working on my album at the time, and we didn't sleep. We kind of almost had a bet with each other, like who could not sleep for the longest. So we went 3 days straight with no sleep working in the studio, and it was like we were working from AM to PM. Back to AM to PM to AM to PM. So it wasn't even based on partying because I knew nothing about partying at that time, but it was about, the song ended up being about that. But it was really because we just didn't sleep and we wanted to write a party song.
Oh, relatable.
Yeah.
It should really be AM to DM song then.
Or sometimes PM to AM, you know?
Yes.
Keep on going.
Cool. Well, moving up to modern times, I want to talk about something you tweeted recently. You said, as an outsider who has been kindly welcomed to New Zealand for the last 5 weeks by the most beautiful people off and on set, I'd like to send my prayers to all all affected by the recent attack. It saddens me to hear of anyone anywhere falling victim to these kind of attacks, but this particularly hits close to home. So you were in New Zealand filming.
Yes, I was.
Falling in Love.
Yes.
Can you talk about being there during that time and like where that tweet was coming from in that moment?
I mean, it was definitely straight out of New Zealand. I was there, and it's crazy because we were on set, we were filming, so like we didn't get to watch news that often. So people started to slowly get messages on our phones, people checking on me and stuff, and you know, it didn't really sink in until the next day when we can get really real information. But it was just. It's disheartening and it's sad. Obviously, you know, stuff like this happens in the world every day, but these people are so, they're a really simple, like family-oriented group. The Kiwi and the Maori are family, and they're strong people, and it's a very harmless type of place. Honestly, you feel really safe there. So to hear that happened is really unfortunate. Anywhere, like I said, it just comes from the heart. It hurts my feelings it just hurts when you hear about this kind of stuff and you just pray for change. And from what I hear, there has been change made by the Prime Minister, you know.
Oh, that definitely feels like it must have been a very experience to tie that cast together in a way,
I never expected I was going to even, that would happen while I was there,
What can you tell us about the project Falling in Love?
It's a romantic comedy for Netflix. I did it with Roger Kumble. He's the director. He did Cruel Intentions.
Ooh, that just had a big anniversary.
Yes, it did, a 20th anniversary. I love him. And he's got the best humor. Like, his humor is unexpected because Cruel Intentions has like a dark humor to it.
Yeah.
So this is a little bit more like, I don't know, we have a lot of fun. In each scene, he gave it all purpose, and I just had fun just doing each scene, just being kind of coming out of myself, like getting out of my shell. He'd tell me to, try this. And in my mind, I'm like, should I just, you could stay one way, but, sometimes it's okay to make ugly faces and do all this stuff and come out of your shell because it comes out great on camera. So that'll be out next year. I'm excited about it.
Cool. Yeah. And you're booked, busy, and blessed, as my friend Kayla Walker would say, because you also are doing The Oath, right?
Yes.
So what can you tell us about that role? Girl, I'm trying to write a list soon.
Yeah.
Falling in love.
Feel like you said, feeling very blessed. I did a show called, it's the season 2 of The Oath. Season 1 premiere, well, it's both 1 and 2. You can find it now on Sony Crackle. But I play a cop. And it's pretty awesome. People don't expect that from me. A lot of the time you kind of might see the social media stuff or the comedy stuff. This was a great time for me to actually kind of like step up and show the other side of me, kind of the base of like how my dad raised me, because he raised me to be very tough, and my sisters as well. But I come from a family of boxers. We're always wrestling, acting like ninjas, fighting, boxing, like anything in the house. But he was always raising us to say that we could protect ourselves. So when I read for Christine Parks, I fell in love with the character. I thought she was just dope. She's tough, but she also stands for something, and she's trying to take care of her family. And the only person that she has in her family now is just her little sister because her dad passed away. So she's trying to survive, and she needs a family and people out there on the streets with her as a cop to help protect her. So she looks to the Ravens to do that.
Nice.
Yeah.
And 50 Cent is the executive producer of this. What is he like as a boss?
I mean, he's a cool boss. I'm happy to have him on the good side, on my side. Not tweeting anything crazy about me. No, thank you. Nah, but 50's dope. He was on the set, and he's just like, he's super humble. Like, he's down to earth and cool, and like, he gave everybody equal attention, which was really cool. I actually kind of was like, when do I go up to him and ask for a picture? When do I go up? And he was just like, hey, what's up, you know?
Yeah.
So me and Katrina Law got a really cool picture with him. But talked to him for a while, actually. But yeah, he's I guess you would say charismatic, but also just very like humble and grounded. And he does his thing. Like, I mean, we made a real show.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy.
It's cool.
Yeah.
The fact that he gave me this opportunity, it's a huge blessing because these kind of roles don't come along every day.
Right. And as if all of this was not enough, you were also the very important role of mother to Violet.
Yes.
And I think it's adorable, especially when you tweet about her. I think you posted something on Instagram that said, like, my daughter has discovered the magic and wonder of Yo Mama jokes.
She did.
Can you tell us one of the best ones, please? I need to know.
Well, she makes them up. So I was like, she's like, Mom, check this out. She'll just say it random. We'll be in the car, and she's like, Mom, listen. And I'm like, turn down the radio. And she's like, Yo Mama, but I can't remember. It's so made up. I can't remember that I was like, let's Google someone so that you actually have some, because you need the good ones on your checklist.
Right.
So I remember one of my first ones was, Yo Mama's so fat she tripped and chili poured out her knee. So I was like,
Chili poured out her knee. I get it. Those used to be the thing back in the day.
Yeah.
But it sounds like she has all the stage presence, and you got
I was trying to find like the ones that weren't mean, but like at the same time, if you need to be in a Yo Mama situation, you better be ready,
You gotta be ready with your best Yo Mama
it's all
jokes.
about, because Yo Mama's all in fun, but at the same time, I was like, let me not give her the brutal ones, and at the same time, the funny, goofy, stupid ones. I'm like, at 9 years old, you don't want to have the terrible,
Well, I'm glad the next generation is carrying on that honored, sacred tradition.
I was surprised they still do it. I was like, you know about that? That's my time.
That's so funny. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Christina.
Thank you.
You can watch the old season 2 on Sony Crackle.
Yes.
But more AM to DM is up next.